Laughter. Laughter is part of the universal human vocabulary. All members of the human species understand it. However, unlike English, French, or even Swahili, we don't have to learn to speak it, we're born with the capacity to laugh. According to studies, we laugh more frequently than we eat, sleep, or sing. But why do we laugh? Is it just because we find something funny, or is there more to it? In order to understand why we laugh, we must firstly understand what makes us laugh. Comedy acts have entertained people for thousands of years, from the jesters in the King's Courtyard to Charlie Chaplin and the comedians of today such as Peter Kay. Although these people's acts are very different to each other, they all share one similarity, and that's the ability to make people laugh. I met up with three comedians, Tom Wrigglesworth, Howard Reed and Andrew Lawrence, who have been touring the comedy circuits of Britain for many years to find out just about the art of making people laugh and whether or not it is just the joke that makes laughter occur or something else.
Attention! Twix, march! And all the Twixes shuffle forward, you see, like that. And the Twix is an excellent choice here, you see, because of its two-bar design. As it shuffles forward, it does adopt a sort of marching action like that.
Yes, I do believe it's very important people laugh. It's a natural thing, isn't it? It's like getting angry, or it's like having sex, or it's like eating. It's just a totally human thing to laugh.
I think I've always made people laugh. I don't know if it came naturally to me. I think it's something I learned. I don't know. I don't know if I've always done it. It comes naturally to me now. It is something I can kind of turn on and turn off. But that's probably not natural, is it? Because it's my job. In normal everyday life, I don't walk around treading on banana skins and being hilarious. I tend to be. I'm off stage. I'm really quite tedious, as you can see. But on stage is something you can sort of turn on. So it probably doesn't come naturally. It's definitely something you develop. I think there are probably some people in the world that can just walk on stage and be hilarious and could have always done that. But I think it is something, it's like a skill you develop.
I've had some problem with some people. In case anybody's currently thinking, fuck me, he's huge. It's a very small guitar, it's a ukulele, don't censor. You said, bug it out! It's fine. It's fine. That's a perspective hasn't gone.
Well, I tend to kind of write about the things which I find amusing, and then talk about those things and why I find them amusing on stage, and hope that translates. And sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. And if it doesn't, I won't do that particular bit of material again, or I'll work on it so that I'm presenting it a different way, so that it might be more clear to the audience why I find that amusing, and it might be amusing to them.
The classic example is I pretty much hear someone say a little line that's funny, or I'll extrapolate a funny situation that happened to me. And then, like the other day, I'll take something that genuinely happened and then just layer on comedic lines, really, and sort of punchlines, because, like, honestly, the other day I was in Wales, and in the days I have a lot of time to kill. Sometimes if I get somewhere at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I've got till 8. So I get up to some right nonsense, just hanging about. And I was in a pet shop, and this pet shop sold loads of different things for pets. And it also sold rabbits and pets. And it also sold mouse traps. And as soon as you've got a premise like that, how can a pet shop, you know, what side are they on here? You can then just add on punchlines, and you can say, well, it's like something. That's a common one to say. It would be like, say, a posh farmer's market selling pot noodles.
But I was in this pet shop with quite a lot of time to kill. It was a fucking pet supermarket. This pet shop was massive, right? Absolutely massive. It sold everything. It sold collars and rugs and baskets. And it sold toys for every animal. Toys for fish. It sold toys for fish, for fuck's sake. What sort of idiot buys that? But it also sold rabbits and gerbils and hamsters and mice and everything, all the furry, cuddly animals like that. And then down this aisle here, it also sold mouse traps. Fucking hell. Make your mind up. Whose side are you on?
I'm quiet. What do you think of the law they're trying to bring about banning smoking in public places? You think it's a good thing? You think it's a bad thing? It's quite hard to tell what the numbers are there, because there could be more smokers just going.
I think when you tell a joke, it's both the way you tell it and the joke itself. There are lots of comedians that are rubbish, but have stolen very good jokes. And similarly, there's lots of comedians who have got terrible jokes but brilliant delivery. So I think it can be depends on the performer really. I clearly have both brilliant delivery and both fantastic material.
I've basically seen more times than I care to remember brilliant jokes being dashed against the rocks because they've been so badly told, or to a sort of bad audience maybe. And I've seen awful jokes go down brilliantly well by someone who's delivered it perfectly well, and you know everything's been right about it, but the joke itself on paper is rubbish. So it's 80% delivery and 20% the actual, you know, joke in most cases, in 70% of the cases.
I think it is important to laugh. I think I can't remember whose joke it is, but if we didn't have laughter, we'd be German, which is wrong, and it's not my joke, so I shouldn't say that. I think it is. I think it's a really good. I don't think it's entirely positive. I think a lot of laughter comes from fear and tension and nervousness, but it's a really good way of releasing that nervousness. And I think the more stressed out an audience is, the more they laugh. It's like it's a bit like sex. It's like a release in that the more tense you are, often the better sex you have. And in comedy, the more. That's why I think Britain is a really great place for comedy, because we're all fucking miserable. And other places where people are much more chilled out, they don't have as good a comedy scene, because we have crappy weather. We're not happy about our train system. We whinge all the time, and so it's good to go out and forget about it. But if we were happy, comedy doesn't really work in the summer anywhere near as well. Well, most comedy clubs shut in the summer because it's sunny and everyone's outside and happy. In the winter, everyone's miserable, and so they laugh more.
Sleep you tight, my darling, hope sweet dreams are on their way, and the bedbugs keep at bay, and you do not have to slay any big ones who've mutated to the size of cats and dogs. Hope the bedbugs don't have talons and great teeth to bite your legs, drain your marrow to the dregs, but I'm sure they won't attack you if you lie here very still.
And so laughter is a natural thing within all humans. We seem to use laughter as a way of relaxing and coping with the world around us. However, we are not the only creatures on Earth who have the ability to laugh. Charles Darwin, in his 1872 work, The Expression of Emotions in Man and Animals, stated that humans are not the only creatures to express laughter. Many kinds of monkeys, when pleased, utter a reiterated sound, clearly analogous with our laughter. Since this time, studies have found funny bones in different types of animals, including apes, dogs, and even rats. According to many studies into laughter, the ability to laugh is a defense mechanism that has developed through evolution to combat stress. Others believe that it is used within social interaction. I went to speak to Dr. Shamusi Fagbemi, who is a forensic and biomedical scientist, to find out what exactly is occurring inside our bodies to create this reaction of laughter.